Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Averett Sports Network. My name is Shane Mickle, and joining me on the broadcast later is going to be Carlos Soli as we bring to you the Averett University men's soccer team versus the William Peace Pacers tonight here at Daly Field, Frank R. Campbell Stadium. Kickoff's going to be scheduled for a couple minutes from now as the starting lineups are being introduced. Both teams coming into the 2024 season here on August 30th. Looking to start this season off with a bang. Cougars have some new faces in the starting lineup this year. Pacers as well. USA South opponent, former conference opponents, the two are. National anthem is taking place right now, so we'll be right back on the Averett Sports Network with kickoff in a few moments. Welcome back to the Averett Sports Network here as your Cougars here kick off the 2024 season. Going to play that one up to around the 30-yard line. Can't get ahead on that one. Some new faces for the Cougars in the starting lineup today. Going to need some time to get used to them, personally, me, so I'm able to tell who they are. As Yates, the fifth year, is going to return that one and find the ball in his hands. Familiar face for the Cougars, starting goalie for past 4 or 5 years now. That one looks like Daniel Starr is going to get a foot on that one. Try and play it up. Want to say that's Daniel Lilly on the right side. Is that one stolen well there by Moises Garcia? Another familiar face for the Cougars here, starting off his senior campaign strong. Carlos, so far the Cougars don't look too bad on the ball, playing some clean passes. What do you think are going to be some keys for them to be able to find success today?
I think exactly that, to be honest. It's something they've had a lot of emphasis on preseason, passing patterns, It's when to play the longer passes, when to play the shorter ones, and how to accommodate that compared to a position. It seems like the Pacers today are aggressive in the press, which means that they will try to attack every ball, which means that there will be more space in behind.
Yeah, as you say there, Yates has to get that one off a little quick. Playing it now on the left side. It's going to be a freshman there, Leandre Tysondier, as he gives that one up. But the Cougars defense holds strong. But, yeah, like you were saying, the press here from the Cougars has been strong. Pacers has been strong so far. So that forces the Cougars to make these passes. And every now and then you're going to see something like that where they just give up the possession.
Yeah, you can never have 100% possession, can you? But it's important to understand when you can be more aggressive and direct in your possession and when to be more calm. I feel like the Cougars now must stay a little more calm, gain a little more confidence on the ball.
Yeah, still early in the game, so both teams definitely just want to find their footing and find the pace that they're going to be playing at for the 90 minutes here. Yates going to boot that one up, find his striker there. That's Starr. Then in the middle there, that's going to be Buckley, who plays a great ball down to Lilly. Now Lilly looking for Starr on the right side. Has a man in the box, but a Pacer is going to clear that one out. Now that's going to be Gafuni playing that one down. That's going to be number 31, Oliver Kuschel. In the back is Garcia now in a foot race, and Pacers take possession here. No options for a counterattack now. Just going to try and set up their attack. Pacers trying to work the ball around, but great pressure here applied by Buckley.
When you mention transitions, that's something that the Cougars also have had an emphasis on in preseason. When to transition into a high press, when to transition to a lower press, but also when to do the transitions themselves. They understood that there was a danger to get in behind them just now once the Pacers won the ball. And
Pacers here trying to set up an attack, but that one's going to be cleared out there by Lindberg. Anton Lindberg out of Sweden coming and making a big tackle here as we're at the 41-minute mark here in the first half. Pacers going to have the first corner of this matchup. But, yeah, counterattacks are going to be very important. As we're seeing so far, the Pacers are looking to implement some of that, but have had to lay off so far. So the Cougars are doing their job once giving up the ball.
Yeah, the defense is looking strong, and that's because it's so similar to how it's been the last year. The defensive line has been able to gain some chemistry together.
Yeah, a lot of returning faces there on the defensive line. Want to say it's 2 or 3 new faces we're seeing in the starting lineup for the Cougars. See what Coach Phil Wilson will do later in the stretch, depending how the game goes.
Definitely, and I feel like he has definitely more options off the bench now. The freshman class has come in, have a very high technical level, so he can rely on them to produce something.
Pacers here now after the throw-in, just looking to make something work. Playing very fast-paced, trying to make something work that isn't there as Yates scoops that one up. And he's going to play Tissandier on the left side. But Pacers still pick up possession here. Lagana's going to play that one off to Rayo. Now down to the left side. Omawenga trying to cut in the box. Finds the pass and wide on the shot there. Looking to make it a 1-0 game. Looks like that was going to be Rayo, the freshman out of Raleigh, North Carolina, cutting in and finding a finish. Sorry, that is Lagana, the senior out of Burlington, North Carolina, but wide right. So the Cougars have the goal kick there. Yates finds it back at his feet, plays the pass here to Garcia. Now Goodry to Gafuni, left side. Star dropping back a little bit and giving up the ball there. Not what you want to see. And takes back the ball. Now that's what you want to see there. Messes up and then makes up for it right back as Kushalt finds the ball at his feet once again. Looking for options, trying to play some space. Some Cougars looking to make a run, and Goodry has the ball at his feet now. Tries to play the pass in. A little bit of a physical battle there, and the shot up and to the right side there. No good. First shot attempt from Tiassander in his debut.
You know, the freshman straight out of Lyon in France, he's looking very promising in practice. He has incredible pace, and that's going to be a danger throughout the season.
Yeah, definitely why he's in the starting lineup here. Game 1 as a freshman, the 6'3", 155, like you said, out of France. So coming to Danville, Virginia here and finding success so far in the matchup, trying to make a little bit of a difference there, but we'll see what his performance does later down the line. As the Pacers now are on the break, but that one's going to be cleared up there. Trying to find and beat the attacker there. But no good as that one looks like it's going to go out, and the Cougars are going to have a throw in there after the miscommunication by the Pacers. Another physical battle there, but the Cougars walk away with this one again, needing to reset everything. 8 minutes down in the matchup so far. Both teams look pretty solid here. Very evenly matched game so far. Pacers do have a shot close to on goal, but still going to be 0-0 here so far.
Well, this certainly is an evenly matched up contest, as William Peace had a great record last year. However, that was mostly at home. Away record was not as flattering, whilst Averett had a good home record last year. And William Peace is predicted to finish second in their conference, whilst Averett finished 8th in theirs. So it's definitely an evenly matched up game. And this game ended 2-2 last year when they played in the reverse fixture.
Yeah, and being former conference opponents a couple years ago definitely has a little bit more meaning behind this game for both squads. Definitely want to walk away with a victory and prove their worth here tonight in Game 1 of the season. Yeah, it's going to clear that one up. Looking for Goodry. Can't get ahead on it, and looks like the Cougars are going to give up the ball here after that one, and the Pacers playing it around in their back line. Playing up to the midfield here. Hurley with it. Gives that one up. And Lily's going to try and play spoiler there. Cougars corralled, but the pass is going to go, and that one's going to be a goal kick for the Cougars now. So far in the matchup, both teams looking very solid, like I just said as well, putting some attacks together, but need to put the extra pass there or the more accurate pass as well to be able to make something happen here early on in the matchup and give their team some momentum here.
Yeah, definitely. It's still early in the game, but momentum is not yet implemented, you know. Like, there's no one really who's taking grasp of this game.
Yeah, like you said, there's no really one person that's doing too much here as Goodry's trying to battle for the ball and keeps it in right on command. And Starr trying to play a pass there to Buckley, but he's going to try and run that one down. That's going to go off the head of Garcia, now outside for a Pacers throw in here. Almost making something happen there, Carlos. Almost got a little excited.
Yeah, I mean, we have full reason to be excited with those three because especially Dan Starr and John Thomas Buckley, you know, they were really dangerous last season. Dan Starr had 7 goals and 1 assist, whilst John Thomas had 5 goals and 3 assists.
Yeah, so both being key parts parts of the Cougar squad, both sides of the ball. I want to see them with it at their feet as much as possible today. That's going to be a throw in here for the Cougars on the edge line. Goodry's going to try and pick it up, and now it's going to force the defense to work a little bit. Gafuni there can't take that one off the attacker here. Now Pacers looking to make something happen. Hard pass there. A good touch, though, to be able to corral that one as well as shielding off the defender. Pacers trying to play keep away. Now the goalie there for the Pacers clearing that one out as it looks like Buckley might have had a breakaway.
That was very good press from the Cougars, something that's straight out of preseason.
Yeah, I'm sure someone on the bench there for the Cougars was saying, we practiced that out of excitement there as they almost saw a goal. Throw in here for the Cougars. Now Goodry's going to fight for it, try and make something happen here, but it's going to be a goal kick now for the Pacers. Playing this one to the left side here after the goal kick. Trying to find somewhere to play it to, but a lot of space to work with here. Has a run on the right side, trying to beat. Looks like it's going to be Lindbergh in a foot race here down the right side, trying to keep that one in, and does, but Lindbergh now with it at his feet, playing this one to Yates. Yates clears this one out over to the Cougars bench. Coach Phil Wilson got a foot on that one as the Pacers now have the throw in. Looking to make a little 1-2 pass and work. But now Gafuni's in a foot race here. Going to be tackled a little bit. Gets his foot taken out there. Cougars should have a free kick here, if I'm correct. Taking it quick there to Gafuni. Now going to play this one up big. And that's going to go off the chest of a Pacer who intercepts that one, though.
Yeah, that was off the chest of Jorge Lemus, who's a very dangerous player. Last season, he got 10 goals and 4 assists.
Yeah, the senior for the Pacers out of El Mora, El Salvador. Like you said, dangerous player, very important part of their offense. So Cougars definitely want to keep him quiet. And someone like Oliver Kuschel in that left back position is the man to do so.
Certainly, if there's anyone in this conference who can, it's him.
No avail on that pass there from the Cougars. And a foul is going to be called as well, so Pacers will have a free kick here around the 50-yard line. Plays that one short there. Thomas tries to get a foot, and it catches more human than ball there, though. So going to be called for another free kick here. Taking that one quick as well. Around the 50-yard line. Playing a big ball into that box. Off the head, but Yates is not going to get a hand on it. So it's going to be a goal kick here for the Cougars. As Lagana could not get that one on target. They're going to say that one went out of bounds there as Garcia was not able to beat his man there. Gives up the possession, but going to be a throw in here for the Cougars. Now Goodry around the midfield there. Going to be called for another foul. Cougars have the free kick here. It's going to be, it looks like Kuschel taking it. But now Garcia down that right side. Plays it right to the foot of a Pacer here. Lilly, ball at his feet. Kuschel, a little out of position for him, but nothing he's not familiar with.
On paper, he's out of position. However, the Cougars this year are trying to implement wing backs who are comfortable going into the midfield to create an overload.
Yeah, and I've seen that from him years prior when he overlaps and makes a run down the sides of the pitch. But here the Pacers have an effort, but Tissan Dare gets a foot on it, stopping that through ball. Now has some space to work with. Plays it outside the foot here to Starr, now making a run on that right side. Starr has the ability to take it himself, tries to beat a man, can't. Goalie comes and scoops that one up. So there's a little bit of the example of making that extra pass that could have had different results there, but that's the first true attack the Cougars have had so far early on in this matchup. So very promising from them so far, Carlos.
Promising is the right word to use. We're just waiting to see even more of that.
So now Gafuni tries to run down there. That was Rayo, but no avail. Great touch there, being able to corral that one. Has a shot on goal. Great tackle as well, showing the instincts from this Cougars defense. Pacers now, as that one's also going to be cleared out. That's Sanjuro. Slip on the new pitch as well, but out of bounds here for a Pacers throw-in. .28 left in the first half here between both teams. About 17 minutes down as a throw-in goes into the box, and Yates is going to come out trying to punch it but doesn't get any hands on it. Now the Pacers find it with their feet again. Miscorralled. Starr tries to pick it up, fighting for it there. Playing this one to their defenders here now are the Pacers as they're trying to make something work with it, but no happenings happening. As Goodry here now takes that one away. That was number 3. That's Joey Hurley. Now Goodry one-on-one gives it up there. Kushel left foot. That's going to be in the box, but too low. Not able to beat anyone there. Tissander plays it to Lindbergh, and now Goodry's going to hit the pitch, gets up, and then takes a shot. Wide left. Goodry Goodry down on the pitch after that effort, though. And we're going to stop the clock here with Goodry down on the pitch. We'll be back on the Averett Sports Network right after this. Back here on the Averett Sports Network, my name is Shane Mickle. Alongside me is Carlos Soli as we bring to you the rest of the first half between the Averett University Cougars and the William Peace Pacers. So far in the matchup, down 18 minutes, so 27 left to go in the first half. Carlos, what do you think of the Cougar squad so far this season?
I mean, it's very early to tell. However, things are looking promising in their own way. There are certainly things that could improve, but I am enjoying the variation of play. They're understanding that always doing one thing isn't going to work, so which is why you see some shorter passes, some longer passes, sometimes higher press, sometimes lower press. So the variation is good because then the opponent doesn't have anything to get settled to. You can't always tell the opponent what you're going to do. So this variation of play is really good, but the execution isn't there just yet.
Yeah, no, I agree. The Cougars definitely need to find what kind of style of play they're going to have this season, and this is being the first matchup. This is one of the moments where they're going to figure that stuff out with their new players and this new team here in the new season. Former players that are not older, developed experience, stuff like that. That's going to have a big play into what they want to do for the rest of this year.
Certainly, and especially it being the first home game of the season, because the next 3 games are all away. And those are away at Duke this upcoming Sunday, 1st of September at 2 p.m. And then Pfeiffer on Tuesday, September 3rd, 7 p.m. And Bavard, Saturday, September 7th at 3 p.m.
Yeah, so Cougars with a tough road schedule ahead. Definitely want to find their footing here in the first matchup at home, like you said. So the Pacers with a throw-in here as we still are at 0-0 in the first half. Goalkeeper is going to try and play this one up, and that's going to be right to number 13, Rayo, but Yates scoops it up, and now Couchot with the ball at his feet as the Pacers apply some press. Lemos not able to do much, though, as that one's going to go off of him and out of bounds. Oh, and that's going to be a foul there on number 6, Tissandier. See what they're going to do here as he puts his hand there on Lemos, and we're going to stop the clock. And Lemos is going to get on his feet here now and try and state his case about what happened. Oh, breaking the action there, but now the Cougars have a throw in. Looking for Goodry here. Who's going to fight for it? Give this one up to Tissandier, who plays it to Lilly in midfield. Lilly looking for Buckley, who didn't expect the pass, but the Pacers did steal that one away from them. And this one looks like it's going to fall to Yates, who plays it up now, looking for Starr, headed by the defenders there for the Pacers, scooped up by Tissandier. Switch and play over to Goodry now on the left side. Beats his man with some fancy footwork. Almost gets taken out himself. Now Starr with a chance on goal. Can't find it through the keeper. Great save there by the Pacers keeper. Another opportunity for Starr. That one actually on target, but saved there.
That was some great individual play by Max Goodry.
Yeah, Goodry, like I said, fancy footwork there. Created the space for Starr, but Starr not able to get it past the goalie.
But that's what the Cougars needed more of, They need more directness in their play because they went all the way back to reset at the start of that play, and that's not always needed. Sometimes you need to attack the space in front of you.
Well said. Cougars with a corner kick here now. Going to play that one in. Punched out. But I think, oh, wow. Great fake effort there. But now Garcia looking to rip it. The field goal is good. Wrong kind of football here for the American folks. But it's still going to be 0-0 here with 22:37 left in the first half. Kick's going to be played to the goalie here now. A little bit of space and runs to work with. Tries to play it wide left. Goes out of bounds. Couchon now with the ball at his feet. Gives it up to Tissandier. Now gives it back to Couchon on that left side. Hurley's going to pick that one up, but pressured by Couchon as he just kicks that one out for a Cougars throw-in. That one's going to go to Goodry there. Not able to find it, and now it's played back to this Cougars defense. Lindbergh and Sanjuro gives it up to Yates. Have some hang time on that one. See what Buckley's going to do with it as he gets beat for the header. Goodry now on the left side. Too big of a touch there. Tries to get a foot in there, but going to pick up a foul now. Pacers trying to have some fun with it in the midfield, but back to Yates. So Pacers really haven't had much to work with since their first effort on a shot from Lagana, but Cougars really doing well to keep them at bay here so far in the first half.
I certainly agree. The Cougars have grown into the game. They started a little rusty, but they're certainly finding their groove now again.
As we have 20 minutes now left in the first half. Not sure what happened, but had a little stoppage in play. As that one's now going to go for another Cougar corner kick here. As it looks like some subs might come on for the Cougars. Looks like number 7, Max Goodry, is going to come off the pitch as well as number 18, John Thomas Buckley, checking in Hugo Morales to the game, as well as looks like it's going to be number 22, Elias Lehman, on that right side as well.
Yeah, that allows Dan Lilly go back to his preferred position at right back and Elias to go out wide.
Yeah, see what now is able to happen with the changes made by Coach Wilson here in the first half. See if they're able to have any impact and pick up the effort here going into halftime. See what the Cougars are able to do with it. As he's going to be bodied a little bit there. Almost picked up a foul, Hurley did.
These changes seem to be very tactical as Elias adds something totally different to the right wing spot compared to Dan Lilly, and Dan Lilly at the right back spot compared to Moises Garcia. Now you have a right back who's more willing to run down the line and get to overlap and put crosses in, whilst you have a right winger who wants to get inside and get into finishing positions.
Yeah, it provides a little more depth to this Cougar attack that we've seen so far there, as that one's going to be cleared out by Lindbergh. So it's going to be a throw in here for the Pacers. See if Cougars are able to make anything happen. Like I said, going into the second half, that'd be a vital part of this game. Build some momentum in that second half as well, as Lindbergh gets ahead on that one. Out of bounds. Pacers have another throw in here, and Lamus looking for the shot, but Yates is going to scoop that one up, fall down on it, and secure the bag for the Cougars. Looking for a big throw there, but instead a big boot here. Almost getting ahead on that one was Starr. Plays that one off to Lehman. Now Lehman into the middle of the field to Garcia. Garcia is going to have that one taken from him. Rapid on the ball there, but the Pacers have another free kick here as they play that one up, and now Yates tested a little bit more than the last time.
Yeah, the Pacers have seemed to gone with a more direct approach as they're finding it difficult to keep the ball.
Now Gaffuni here, 35-yard line, switch and play over to Lehman. It goes off the head of a Pacer, so now they're going to have possession of it, stolen by Starr. Lehman creating some space for himself there, playing this one down to Kuschel. Kuschel has to keep it in and does. Looks for a big boot, but instead decides to dribble a little bit. Love to see that there. So now Kuschel here, a little bit more of an attacking role, playing it down to Tissandier. Giving this one over to Morales, playing it to the middle of the pitch for Garcia. Garcia trying to dribble through, but too hot for him to handle in the middle of the pitch.
That was a very good string of passes from the Cougars. It's just like they've practiced on getting the wing backs, in this case Kusolt, on the inside and having the winger high and wide.
Yeah, definitely wanted to see a finish there, but the Pacers crowded that box and gave the Cougars no opportunity to score there or even get a shot off. That one's played up there to the left side, and Lamus looks for the chip, and that one's going to be on goal and not cleared out there by Lindbergh. So the Pacers first to get on the score sheet here in this matchup. It was him and Yates one-on-one, and flicked it right over for the chip. Jorge Lamus getting on the score sheet here early in the 2024 season. See how the Cougars react to it. With 15:14 left on the clock. Definitely not what you wanted to see as the Cougars going down early, but now excited to see how they recover here. Have 60 minutes left of game time, so a lot can happen here at Daly Field. So now Gaffuni's going to give this one back to Sanjuro. Now Kuschel down on the left side, giving it up to Morales. Morales trying to make something happen. Gets scooted off a little bit. That one's going to go out. They're going to say off of the Cougars, so Hurley gets away with that one. Played down now the left side of the pitch. The Pacers trying to make something happen again. A little bit of a press there applied by Starr. Now Lehman coming in trying to swoop in, but Lilly gets a foot on that one. Morales in the midfield can't find it. Lamus tries to get a pass off and does. Another pass here made to the middle of the pitch. Now down the left side as well. Looking for a shot and has it open in the midfield. Almost a shot and the header and wide right, almost in the net for a second one there. Cougars defense not having much happen here in the past couple minutes.
Yeah, now it's been a couple minutes with the Pacers having a dominant phase, and it's not the defensive structure we've been accustomed to with the Cougars right now. It just seems like there's so much open space, and that's not only in the defensive line. It starts all the way up top. It's because the structure and the spaces is so easy to exploit at the moment for the Pacers, which is exactly why they were able to score that goal off a long pass.
Yeah, Pacers doing well so far in the latter half of the first half. See how the Cougars, again, can recover from it as Starr gets ahead on that one to Morales. Morales gets another head on it, but the Pacers tried to pick that one up, and Lilly plays that one off to Gafuni, and a pass looking for Kushal. Kushal does a great job to keep it alive, tries to dribble around, and does. Plays it to Tissandier in the box, and the Lehman. Great save again there by the Pacers goalie. 2 on the night for him, and 2 key saves. Definitely saving goals there from the Cougars attack.
That's how we like it. The Cougars attack there did very well.
Yeah, looking to equalize there to no avail. Still 1-0 in favor of the Pacers, but Cougars definitely looking good on the attacking side of the ball.
At that moment, they provided what they've been lacking this game, which is urgency. Urgency is vital when you're going to attack. You can't attack at a slow pace. That was a high-paced play, which almost paid off.
Big boot played up there by the Pacers, and now Gafuni picks it up in the midfield, tries to play it to Starr. Starr, a little bit of a chop move there. Now looking for Tissandier on that left side. Definitely want to get the pass in and do, but right into the arms of the goalie for the Pacers. So Lehman not able to get ahead on that one. Now Lilly has his back to the defender. Sorry, attacker there. Lilly finds it at his feet yet again. Can't corral it. Looks like that one's going to go out of bounds and does. Big throw in there by Lilly. Starr not able to make anything happen with it. Now Garcia. Missed tackle there by Lilly. Pacers playing rapidly here on the ball right as we speak. But now the Cougars trying to make something happen. And now Morales on a run looking for Tissandier. Can't make it work. Getting cleared out there by the Pacers. Looks like it might stay in, but does not. So Cougars with the throw in here. 10:25 left in the first half.
These last 10 minutes are going to be vital for the rest of the game. If the Cougars find some momentum, or even better, find an equalizer in this game, then the game is even more open. However, the longer Cougars go without scoring, the more comfortable the Pacers are going to be and the more confident they're going to be as well.
Yeah, that's going to be a big factor. Like you said, if they're going to equalize, got to do it early and make this a close game instead of waiting till the 89th minute or something like that to do so and then putting the pressure on themselves.
The Cougars are used to a late goal. You can ask Anton Lindberg. In the reverse fixture last year, he scored the equalizing 2-2 goal in the last minute.
So, yeah, definitely some history in between these two teams, like mentioned earlier. And Gafuni picks up the foul there, hits the pitch. Kushalt going to have a free kick here for the Cougars. Into the box there from Kushalt. Played around in the box as well, but then scooped up by the Pacers goalie. 9 minutes left here in the first half. And that one's going to be played up to Yates there. Scooping that one up for the Cougars. Couchant now with the ball at his feet, trying to make something happen, playing it back to Yates. Yates booting it up, but no attackers up there, only Hurley for the Pacers. Morales trying to find someone to play it to, not able to find anybody. But now T. Sandier gets tackled right outside of the box, going to call it clean as that one gets cleared out. Little slip there in the middle of the pitch as Garcia finds T. Sandier on the left side. Trying to find the pass to Starr, but yet again scooped up there by the Pacers goalie, being everywhere and often to allow this Cougars team to not find one in the back of the net. That one goes off the head there of Gafuni and out of bounds. Stop the clock here for a stoppage in play. We'll be right back on the Averett Sports Network after the break. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Averett Sports Network. My name is Shane Mickle. Alongside me is Carlos Soli as we bring to you the rest of the first half between the Averett University Cougars and the William Peace Pacers. With 6:53 left on the clock, the Pacers have the 1-0 advantage against the Cougars so far on a goal by Jorge Lamas. Now Cougars trying to crawl back into this one here with the time they have left in the first half. Couchant plays this one down to T. Sandier, and that one gets intercepted there, but the Cougars with a throw-in. Lindbergh with the ball at his feet, plays it back to Yates. Yates plays it up to Gafuni, but not going to have it there. A little bit of topsy-turvy, balls bouncing around, and T. Sandier gets ahead on that one, finds Starr on the run. Now Starr yet again looking for Lehman. Lehman, goalie out of his box. Lehman gets tripped up there. Going to be shaken up after that one there, but now Pacers try and turn it into a counterattack. Lilly hits the pitch there. Ball in the middle of the box, looking for a shot. That one's going to go off of Kuschalt. Then Lilly almost getting a foot on that one. Battling in the corner for it there. Pacers with the throw in. That one's going to go off the head there and out of bounds, so it's going to be a goal kick here for the Cougars with 5 minutes left here in the first half. Playing it quick down to Kuschalt. Midfield there, Garcia looking for Morales, playing it now back down to Kuschalt. Kuschalt looking for options and finds Lehman on the left side. Going to be called for offsides here. First one all game for either team, so that shows the discipline that they have on their attacks. Pacers goalie's going to boot this one up. Looks, finds nobody. Morales plays it up. Now Lehman trying to get a foot on that one. Not able to. Gets a shoulder on it, though. But now Pacers on the attack here. Attacked by Morales. Ball stays in bounds, and that's going to be a big tackle there from the Pacers. See what the ref wants to do about it. Going to let the boys have their fun there. No cards be given out. Kuschalt plays this one back to Lindbergh, and that one's going to go back to Yates. Pacers applying some pressure here on Lindbergh. That one's going to go off of Kuschalt, almost making something happen with Lehman.
The counter press there from the Cougars was good. They were just a little unlucky not to be able to capitalize on it.
Yeah, well said there, Carlos. The counterattack was very good as they almost made something happen, but some unlucky bounces. Kuschalt's going to get that one in. Looks for Lilly as a big ball's played up to Yates. Almost bounces over his head there. He gets a hand on that one, keeping it out the net. Looked like trouble when the ball got in the box. And that one's going to be down on the right side of the pitch here for the Cougars, looking for a ball in the middle. Lehman can't find it there, though, but almost scooping that one up. Applying a little bit of pressure there, but now a run being made. Yates almost stuck in the middle there. Saw the hesitation out of him. But that one's going to be given down to Kuschalt on that left side. Now Morales. Lehman gets a foot on it, but that one's going to be drilled up right at the camera. That's that's a great view.
I was trying to, but it was too far over.
Warning headphone users at home. Almost got our camera taken out there. That would have been a really expensive soccer game. And that one's going to go into the stands, and we are just having an absolute ball down here, no pun intended, here at Frank R. Campbell Stadium, Daly Field.
I think someone's trying to hit a home run, I can't lie.
Yeah, a little bit of the wrong sport for that, but we'll see here if the Cougars can make the comeback and maybe walk it off. A little bit of a baseball reference there for fans at home. But Yates there with the ball in his hands, now going to give it up to Lilly on the right side. A lot of space for him to work with. Plays that one up to Garcia, now going to be corralled there by the Pacers, applying a lot of pressure as we are under 1 minute here in the first half of play. Lily gets ahead on to almost finds Garcia. To no avail. Ball being shifted around like dominoes over there. Gonna need a magnifying glass to find the ball on that side of the pitch. Not sure what's going on with the ref and such. Throw in here for the Pacers as we are approaching the 10-second mark here in the first half. As this one's going to be kicked around, and that's going to go into the air and clear it out. And it looks like we're going to go to a half with a 1-0 score line here at Daly Field. My name is Shane Mickle. Alongside me is Carlos Soli, and we'll be back on the Averett Sports Network with the second half of play very shortly.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Averett Sports Network. Thomas Heaney III here with Carlos Soli as we're getting ready for the second half for Averett versus William and Peace. William and Peace leading this one 1-0. And Carlos, what did you see in the first half, and how can Averett come back and turn this one around?
I saw neither team that was really able to establish themselves in the game, but I saw that William Peace was able to exploit some space in behind and sent it long and scored.
Yeah, they had a nice goal there early in the game by Lemus, and it's an interesting play where Tyler Yates came out of net to try to save it and just kind of bounced over his head, and that so far has been the difference as we're getting ready to start this one up here again. And Averett here in their home opener at Owen Fulter, or Daly Field rather, thinking baseball in my mind, as we are getting ready to get this one going. Averett in their whites and Peace in the black jerseys. Averett will be on the right side of your screen. Peace will be on the left. And we're going to get a throw in here to start this one off.
Just to go further in depth in what we saw in the first half, sure, we saw neither team that was able to establish themselves in the game, but we saw both teams create chances even though they weren't able to really keep the ball for long periods of time. And even though Averett kind of struggled on the final execution, they certainly had a lot of good initiative and towards the end a lot of good urgency.
Yeah, I'm happy you mentioned the initiative because, watching in that first half, you saw Averett have a lot of opportunities towards the net and a couple really nice saves by the Pacers goaltender. But, Averett, even though they have no goals so far, they definitely had a few chances to put it in the net. And so it's definitely got to be something positive for Philip Wilson to look at in his 11th season here at Averett, potentially try to steal this one at home. That one is going to go out, and looks like it'll be another throw in here in the second half.
So basically, just this is the to move it, and then this is the zoom out again. The stick is the movie, and then this is zoom out, zoom in.
Averett trying to regain possession here early in this second half. This one's going to be passed over towards the middle. Another pass down towards the left. Trying to defend this one well. And that one is going to be shot out and out of play there by Lindbergh. So nice defense there by the Cougars. Amuega there also in on that one for the Pacers, trying to get their second goal. And how crucial is a second goal and a one-goal lead, Carlos, and trying to get a W here?
I mean, it's going to be incredibly crucial. You could see in the last 10 minutes the Cougars were really trying to get some more momentum, trying to get that equalizer to create a whole different game image. However, now they have 45 minutes to do of chasing. So it's going to be very difficult. William Peace know that they can sit back, have many men behind the ball, and exploit the space that's going to open up. In William Peace's case, they just have to stay patient whilst the time is against the Cougars at the moment.
Exactly, and it's, it really feels like in these 1-0 games that, the team that gets that next goal, whether it be 2-0 for Peace or 1-1 Averett, it could be crucial, in determining the outcome of the game. And for Peace, you kind of feel like they're just one goal away from putting this one away, even though there's still 40 minutes to go. But like you said, they can kind of play back, play defense, and let the Cougars kind of just run out this clock.
That's certainly the case. However, the Cougars have time, even though it's going against them. They do have time. If they can remain patient for the next 20 minutes, but then that's when you have to gamble a little more. If they're able to continue with the same patterns they've done for the next 20 minutes and get something out of it, then they will definitely have a positive outcome. But the longer William Peace go with possibly parking the bus, the more difficult it's going to be for the Cougars. It's going to be like they're trying to kick down a brick wall.
Yeah, exactly, and just getting offsides on that one. Moises Garcia passing it around, and Lindbergh is well involved, but Peace now is going to get the ball and Like you said, it's interesting with soccer, right? I mean, Averett could be trailing in this one 1-0 until just 1 minute to go, but they get that goal possibly at the end. As you see, the Pacers now driving this one in. Omuega trying to make a play, moves inside, takes a shot on goal, but it's going to be saved by Tyler Yates, the graduate student. A nice save there, but a nice opportunity by the Pacers.
Yeah, it was good individual play by the opponent. It's well done to be able to cut in and get a shot off. However, the Cougars must be a little tighter if they want to stay in this game.
That's true. Obviously, a little bit too good of an opportunity there if you're Coach Wilson of the Cougars, as this one is going to go all the way down to the right side and picked up by the goaltender. But, I go down this sheet, Carlos, and I see a lot of upperclassmen for this Pacers team. And obviously, we mentioned it before. Jorge Lemus, the senior, scored the first goal, and then we saw on that one Omuega putting a shot on net as well. So the junior, so definitely something to look for here for the Pacers as well, as that experience coming down the stretch.
Definitely, and I definitely think the Cougars should rely on their experience as well. They have Dan Starr up top. They have Anton Lindberg and Oliver Kusolt in the back. And if they take some initiative to drive the team forward, they definitely have the pace of the underclassmen to help them.
Yep, and here's a scoring chance here for the Cougars, but this one's just going to go over the net and out of play. And a nice opportunity there for Averett, but just coming up short. As that one was really well set up there, as we saw Gondry also trying to get that pass in towards the right. The shot goes over the net. Just under 40 minutes to go here at Daly Field. Omuega fighting for it down there with Garcia. Garcia wins the battle. Tries to pass it in towards the middle and turned over there. Just get the sense, Carlos, that these opportunities, even though there's still a lot of time left in this game, Averett can't really squander any opportunities in the opposing team's zone.
No, I mean, at this level, you have to be clinical. And you can create as many chances as you want, but if you don't score them, you're not going to get any goals for you. And the Averett just have to stay patient, just have to stay confident, because Averett has done it before, and they can certainly do it again.
Yep, and we're going to get a whistle on the play there as Pintos had the ball, and now Averett will be kicking it into play. A chance here for the Cougs in their home opener here at Daly Field. Always fun starting 0-0, each team coming into the season with a lot of hope and promise. But Averett finding themselves down here 1-0 on their home field. Still plenty of time, though. As Cougars now trying to drive it inside. Good pass back up to the middle here. Going to get a shot up. It's going to be blocked, but recovered. Picked up there again. Garcia swings it all the way to the left side, and it goes out of play.
Even though it went out of play, it was very promising. From my point of view, I really like how there was many different runs from different players. If, for example, the player up top, Dan Starr, comes towards the ball to meet it, then someone else takes his space in behind. And then you could see the players from the midfield behind Dan Starr run into his space, but you can also see the players on the wings try to cut inside or come around. It creates variation and difference in the runs and urgency as well, which has been something that Averett lacked in the first half.
Yeah, well said, and there's a long-range shot at that, and Tyler Yates is able to eat it up for the nice, easy save, and he'll roll it back into play. Averett trying to be clinical here down the stretch. Yates will pick it up. He's pressed, though. He's going to have to get it back out, and he does. Back over to Garcia. Garcia with a full head of steam trying to get it, but it gets off of his foot. Back to Omuega and towards the middle. This one is just going to be dumped back in over to Yates. And the lefty boots it all the way down towards the 40-yard line. Keeps it in play. Nice play there. Averett now trying to move it inside. This could be a good opportunity here, Carlos. Passing towards the middle. Shot is going to be up, and it's going to be saved by the Pacers. So yet another good opportunity here for the Cougars, but to no avail.
Certainly, I totally agree. The play was really nice, and even though it was to no avail, it's definitely promising. And the Cougars just got to keep pushing and doing what they do. And I certainly do think an equalizer is on the cards.
Yeah, and Lemus there was trying to get that ball and maybe potentially get his second goal of the day, but we're going to get a whistle here, and it's going to go against the Pacers. So Cougars will take possession back here.
Early in the second half, it seems that the Cougars have adopted a more patient approach.
Mm-hmm.
The first half, there was a lot of more long balls, and it's very difficult to keep the ball when you're passing it so high and wide and direct. Now the Cougars want the space to open up through the Pacers themselves moving around, so that the Cougars keep the ball, move the opponent around, and then exploit the space instead of attacking it every time.
Yep, and that ball goes out of play. And the Pacers here, no pun intended, but I feel like they kind of have to pick up the pace on offense. Just seems like they're kind of lethargic here to start the second half, and the Cougars have had plenty more opportunities than they have.
Yeah, and it seems to be something that the Pacers are fine with at this moment of time, that to stay back a little and give the Cougars the ball, as the Cougars know that they have the time against them.
Yates now will take the ball here as we dip under 35 minutes to go here at Daly Field, and the Cougars still trailing in this one 1-0. As we mentioned, the lone goal by Jorge Lemus of the Pacers, and now Averett with possession again, trying to move it inside, breaks through the defense, trying to get it through, kicks it back up to the middle. Oh, great sliding play there, as that was number 24, Topper Johnson on that one. Great play. Cougars still holding possession here, though, but yet another chance, and you just feel like the Cougars are banging down the door right now, Carlos.
Certainly. In preseason, there's been a lot of finishing practice, especially with former assistant coach Sebastian Vidén, as he's been analyzing the team, and he's been telling the team that take even more long shots, because if you take a long shot, then you have a big chance of getting a rebound, which is even closer to goal.
Cougars now with possession again, trying to get something going in towards the net. Moving it back inside, trying to get the shot up as Oliver tries to move it in, and it's going to be saved. Another chance there. Oliver Kusholt, they're trying to put it into the net, but can't get it to go. The Pacers holding still here.
I don't know what Coach Philip Wilson told the team, but the team have adopted a totally different approach and just seem to be trying to dominate the game even more than they tried to do in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, despite the score still, like you said, I mean, it's definitely been a more inspired effort here in the second half. And here comes Garcia trying to move it in again. Cougars with another offensive possession. Breaking free there, but it's deciding to kick it back out. Look like Lyman there. Back over to Garcia. Garcia with a long shot, and that's going to go out of play. So interesting decision there. Looked like Lehman had a chance to cut inside and potentially put that one towards the net, but he opted to bounce it back out. Yeah, I think you got to give credit to the Pacers as well. I mean, obviously Averett has been on the attack for most of the second half, but they've been holding steady so far, and the goaltender of the Pacers as well has come up with some pretty big saves. This one over the head of Omowega, trying to steady the ball on his foot. He does. Pushes it inside, puts up a shot, and nice save there by Yates. Tyler Yates there swats that one away, and it goes out of play. And it looks like, yep, we're going to have a corner shot here, Carlos. So big opportunity here. Cougars have to stay strong on the front line. But if your piece definitely feels like a chance to potentially go up 2-0 here. We dip towards 30 minutes to go here in the second half. Comes the corner kick, and I'm going to go to the head, over the head of everybody. And booted out of play.
I think some of these players should try to be kickers on their American football teams. They got a boot on them.
It's funny you say that, actually. I was talking about it when I was in the press box in the first half, and I mentioned, I was like, at this point, it would be like 9-6 in American football right now. I mean, we've seen a few field goals go through, and, I think some of these guys might want to hit up the football team, and, Averett might need a kicker or something. I mean, honestly, this one goes out of play. Yeah, that field goal post back there has definitely seen some work as Averett now trying to move it in. This one is going to be defended nicely, and, oh, yeah, that's going to be, what is that, Carlos, a holding? Speaking of American football right there.
Luckily, it wasn't a full-on American football tackle, but it's obstruction towards a very good chance of a counterattack.
Yeah, that was a good chance there, and maybe 15-yard penalty on that one, but yeah, it looks like Peace is going to get the ball back.
With this second half growing older, it's kind of developing in the way that we hypothesized, with the Averett pushing and sending more men forward, and then risking the space behind them, which William Peace is trying to exploit.
Exactly here, and this one is going to be hit up by Gillette, and jumping up and catching that one is Yates. He throws it all the way down towards the 50-yard line. So nice opportunity there from Ethan Gillette, the sophomore out of Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina. Averett keeping possession here as we are now under 30 minutes to go here at Daly Field. Cougars, if you're just joining us, down by 1. The lone goal by Jorge Lemus. This one is going to go over towards the net. Shot is up, and it hits off the post. This shot's going to go!
Yes!
And a goal for the Cougars. They knot this one up 1-1. And it looked like Daniel Lely there on that one. What a shot that was, Carlos. Oh, my goodness.
I've never seen him do that before in training.
Well, you see it do it now. There's that one 1-1 now with 29:15 to go. Circus shot there. SportsCenter top 10, huh? Incredible play there. And the Cougars now knot this one up at 1 apiece, and it becomes a completely different ball game now.
Certainly is. Now the Cougars are going to feel a little more comfortable, a little more relaxed. They don't have to stress for a goal now. They can keep it a little tighter, don't have to send as many men up. I think that was the most important part, again, this equalizer, just that feeling of being back in the game and not having to stress.
Yeah, and they can definitely feel a little bit more loose now, and they've had the momentum for most of this second half, on offense at least, and they finally break through that door. Goaltender made a really nice save, but the rebound too much there. Daniel Lely Jr. getting that one to go, and now all knotted up 1-1 here.
I totally agree with what you're saying about the momentum. However, despite all the momentum they had, they understood that William Peace was playing in a way that they wanted to with the counterattacks, and now William Peace won't be able to play the way they want to, with the counterattacks going to be far less and further apart from each other.
Exactly, and now Peace trying to switch up the tempo here and try to get some offense going. It's been a little bit dormant here. The ball mostly on the right side of your screen if you're watching on TV, but this ball is going to be up and loose. Cougars pick it up. And all the way out of play, that one goes. So intensity definitely rising here as we inch further and further closer towards the conclusion here in the second half. And now things get a little bit different now following that goal by Averett. Nice pass over here. Defended well by Averett. Garcia working against Omoega. This one is going to go inside and going to be defended nicely by the Cougars. Garcia trying to get the ball out. And he does, racing down towards the sidelines now. That's Daniel Starr. Starr trying to do a little move inside, passes it all the way over to the left side. Shot is going to go up, and we're going to get another field goal right over the net there. Starr had a great chance, and he opted to pass it over. What do you think about that, Carlos? You'd rather have him take that shot there? You like the pass? What do you think?
I feel like the play was great. I feel like everyone did the right thing. I just feel a little bad for Max Gudry that it seemed the ball got a little bubble right before he shot. He seems very frustrated with what happened, but the play was good. And the run, you have to credit the run from Max Gudry. He starts all the way from midfield position all the way in, so he's doing the right thing. It's just the execution.
Yep.
Next time, that goes in.
This one is going to be shot all the way towards the Averett side here, and let's see, Averett with another chance potentially here. And it looks like it's going to be another throw-in. Racing towards the out of bounds.
It seems like Dan Starr's adapted himself to a little more of a playmaking role. Instead of being the main man to finish the chances at the moment, he's dropping in to take a center back with him, create space, which means that someone else can run in behind. It's creating variation in play and positioning, and it makes it more difficult for William Peace to comprehend and find someone to mark.
Yeah, and you talked about the execution, and I mean, obviously, you could be Monday morning quarterback and be like, well, Starr probably should have taken that shot, but it was a really good pass. And I think, like you said, I think it just comes down to the execution and putting the ball into the net.
Certainly.
Averett now trying to keep possession here. Pass over to Garcia. Garcia with a full head of steam over towards the middle. Passes, but nobody's there. And it's going to be turned over and right back over to Beaupre and Peace. This one still loose, and Pacers having a hard time getting it out of the Cougar zone. Averett trying to start up another possession here. It's really been all them here in the second half. Had a goal at the 27-minute mark and looking to do more. This one over towards the net, and a nice easy pickup there. Garcia working against the defense, passes it back. And back out of play we go. Looks like we're going to have a sub coming on here, Carlos, potentially.
Yeah, and it offers a tactical change with Dan Starr going out and the new freshman number 6, Leandre Tissandier, going in. It means that Elias Lehmann, that is, number 22, go into the center forward position. It has just a different type of left winger. Now this is a player who prefers to get the ball into feet and wants to run at his opponent. And now you have Elias Lehmann, who will play as the center forward, who prefers to stay in the middle in the box and try to poach one in.
Well said. And how would you play this here down the stretch if you're Philip Wilson? Do you need more? Do you go more speed for the offense? It's a tie game, or are you kind of playing more defense? Which way would you kind of go with it?
Knowing that I'm at home and knowing that William Peace had a poor away record last season, I'm certainly going for the win. It's just the tactical changes I would do. I think I would try to switch formation because even though this formation is doing a good job, I do feel like switching it up will have an effect. It's certainly a risk, but I think it could be a positive outcome if you switch the formation. If you, for example, switch to a formation that plays 2 up top, that means you can play 2 different kind of players up top. You can have one big physical one who's a target man, and you can play the ball up on him, and then he can flick it past and then maybe a more speedy player is through on goal.
That one is going to go out of play. Daniel Lilly, trying to get that one over, and then Garcia loses it and towards the end zone. So Lilly had the Cougars goal here in the second half at the 27-minute mark, and so far, since that point, really haven't seen any other action. I feel like both teams kind of feeling themselves out here down the stretch, Carlos, as we reach a thrilling conclusion here in the home opener here at Daly Field, 1-1 right now.
Yeah, it's thrilling but cagey at the same time. It's intense, but no one wants to make a mistake. No one really wants to take a risk at the moment. There's certainly been spaces that each team has been able to exploit. It's just the final execution, which has been a little off today.
This one is going to be picked off here by the Pacers with a good chance. Good defense here by Averett, though. And, oof, dangerous moment there for Averett.
It was dangerous, but Anton Lindberg did a very good job to get back and recover for his teammate.
Dangerous pass there and dangerous opportunity, but nothing comes of it. And it looks like, are we going to have a corner kick here? I think we will. So the second corner kick coming up here for the Pacers. It's going to be Gavin Bupre, excuse me. Bupre's going to have a corner kick here and potentially try to put this one in and get the Pacers the lead. This one's going to go up and right out of play, so Averett can breathe a sigh of relief there for the moment. So 2 corner kicks, one from both sides of the field. First attempt was unsuccessful. This one, we'll just have to wait and see. It's going to be Bupre again putting it up. This one's going to head towards the net, and it's going to be knocked down by the Averett defense. Picked up there by Danny Romanchek. Tight defense here by the Pacers as you see Zach Myler getting that one and passing it back to his goaltender. That one is launched and it actually hits Jorge Lemus there. Very interesting play there. I'm not sure if he knew where the ball was, to be honest with you, but
I mean, it was a very impressive pass from the goalie. I just don't think he expected it, to be honest. And then once it came, he wasn't totally ready, and then it just went a little off.
I mean, I don't blame Lemus, to be honest. I mean, that ball was launched from the goaltender. I mean, you want to talk about American football and kicking. I mean, man, that guy should be a punter, to be honest. But looks like this one is going to go right back to Averett as under 19 minutes to go here. Kind of that cat and mouse game here with soccer, and no team wanting to press up too much, but also trying to make a move for the win as somebody on Averett down there takes a tumble. And it looks like we're going to have a throw in here. Or not a throw in. It looks like Everett's going to have a chance to kick this one. So we're going to line up our players here. Chance here for the Cougars. Referee's trying to line everybody up and make sure everybody's in legal position here. As this one is going to head on over and out of play. So another chance there for the Cougars, spoiled out, and right back to the Pacers we go. Some second half stats here for you as we are more than halfway through. Averett, 1 goal so far in the second half on 5 shots, 2 of those shots on goal. We've faced 3 shots. We've made 2 saves. So far, the Cougars trying to mount a little bit of a mini comeback here in the second half. This one's going to be launched over to Yates, and he's able to pick this one up. Potentially dangerous play there, but he's able to corral it and keep the Pacers at 1 goal. This one's going to be swung all the way over down to Zach Myler and right back out of play. Garcia going to take the throw in here. Kicks this one back over. Splitting through the defense here. Oliver trying to get it over, and nice sliding attempt there.
That was some really good play by Oliver Kusholt. For my Danish viewers, that I don't know if that was Oliver Kusholt or Christian Eriksen.
Yeah, Oliver Kusholt there really getting a good chance, and what a player he has been throughout his Averett career, the senior. This one, little dangerous opportunity, puts the shot and scores!
Yes!
The Cougars take the lead. Averett leads this one 2-1 at the 15:06 mark. Averett with 2 second-half goals, trying to hold on for their home opener win. What a terrific opportunity there for the Cougars, and they flush it. Now we're heading down the stretch here, Carlos, and it's definitely getting tight. Averett now with 2 goals to the piece 1. Pacers now needing an answer. You want to talk about momentum.
No, certainly now the game has totally flipped compared to how it was in the first half. Now that Averett got their equalizer, and then now that they're ahead, the game has totally flipped in what each team needs. You know, before this goal, or before even the equalizer, it was Averett who were pushing and risking the space in behind their defensive line to get that equalizer. But now it's William Peace who has to do that.
Peace now really looking for an answer. Still plenty of time, but Cougars leading this one now 1-0. Or, excuse me, 2-1. Averett has to turn up the defense here, as this one is going to be launched all the way over towards the Pacer side of the field. Averett now with a goal could really distance themselves, as we're going to get a whistle here, and it looks like it's going to be a yellow card against the Pacers.
That was a very nice goal from Leandre Tissandier. It wasn't maybe the prettiest, but it was an incredibly important one. But also, he was just at the right place at the right time. It was like watching Alexander Sørensen last season.
Tissandier there getting the goal. First goal of the season, obviously. First game. What better time to do it? 1-1 game, and you break the tie. Just terrific opportunity there from the freshman. First goal of his career, and I would say it was a pretty big one, Carlos.
Oh, certainly. This home game, just starting the season off in the right direction with some momentum, being confident, especially at home, is vital for the season.
Now Averett looking to hold on here down the stretch, and I guess the mindset changes now. I mean, obviously Averett now with the lead. You know, coming into the second half, it seemed like Averett was going to have to really push hard and try to, you know, push the offensive tempo up, but now it really becomes about defense, right?
Yeah, it's how do you deal with a team that's going to throw almost everything at you in just a couple of minutes? You only have a couple of minutes to find out a plan and understand what your opponent is going to do. It's going to be a tactically very difficult finish for both teams. Do you, I don't know if Averett might change to a back five, going from the 4-3-3, for example, to a 5-3-2, or if they play a 4-4-2 instead, just keep it simple and keep many men behind the ball.
Yeah, and I like how you said there, they're going to get everything thrown at them, and that's so true. I mean, obviously, William Peace has not really been that great in the second half, but things change. You see a different team when they're losing, and, now they're down 2-1, so obviously the mindset changes for both squads.
Certainly, I think the difference between William Peace in the first and second half was just that they were comfortable. Averett took some time to get going, and then William Peace felt more confident, more comfortable.
This is going to be a shot in towards the net, defended nicely there by Yates, and that one, trying to put that one in there. He thought he was Lilly there for a second, but he couldn't put it in. That one goes wide left, and looks like a couple of guys shaken up down there. That's number 7, Jorge Lemus, on the ground. And it looks like we are going to get an injury, so we are going to step aside here on the Averett Sports Network. Cougars lead this one 2-1, 12-16 remaining. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back, everybody, to the Averett Sports Network. Thomas and Carlos with 12-16 remaining here at Daly Field in the home opener for the Cougars, trying to put away the victory and start the season 1-0. What an amazing win it would be for Coach Philip Wilson's squad in a game that they trailed 1-0 midway through the second half. But since then, Carlos, we've seen 2 goals by Averett. Lilly and Tassandier getting 2 in, and now William and Peace on the attack. Averett keeping possession here, trying to move it in. There's Tassandier moving it in towards the net. Trying to kick it back out is Lilly. Peace not pressing up on the ball there as that shot is going to go wide right. But another good opportunity there for the Cougs.
Yeah, that was a good opportunity, and even though the shot or cross, whatever he tried to do, wasn't the most accurate or precise, it's important to finish off the chances they have, especially this late in the game, as if the ball goes out of play, they have those couple extra seconds to get their shape back.
This one's going to be passed over to Lemus, who left there with an injury for a second, and now he's back in as that one. And Averett Cougar is down. They're not stopping play. Play's going to continue here, but Averett a man down. No whistle yet, and now the ball is going to go out of play. Maybe. Nope, kept in by the Pacers. Averett back up a man now as this shot is going to go on net and saved by Tyler Yates. Jamie Vasquez there was the player who was down, and he was able to get back up for his squad and definitely needed it there as Averett was a man down on the attack for the Pacers. This one booted by Yates all the way down towards the 15-yard line and out of play, looks like. And so Pacers now going to take this one back. And it looks like we're going to get a stoppage in play here. It's going to be a substitution. So the clock will stop. And this is a new rule here for the season, is that the clock is going to stop for substitutions under 15 minutes. Something you probably didn't see last season, Carlos. So definitely a new interesting rule change for sure.
Yeah, this is going to get some time to get used to, but it's a rule that was implemented to stop time wasting, because before people would make subs, or the coaches would make subs just to waste some time, but now, so that time wasting is going to become a thing of the past, hopefully, they're implementing these kind of rules.
Yeah, I've worked on the field watching you play and everything, and obviously the time wasting stuff is real. You know, the players don't like it, the coaches don't like it, so obviously the new rule hopefully will eliminate some of that, but obviously it gets pretty intense down there once you get under 10 minutes and, you know, a team wants the ball, or, you know, guys are kind of lollygagging around, taking as much time as they can, so definitely interesting.
It is interesting, and you also have to think about how much can you truly eliminate, and you know, how it's like, what situations can you say someone's time wasting or not?
Mm-hmm.
Because certainly a team that's 2-1 ahead with 10 minutes to go, they're definitely going to try to time waste some in any way they can. If that's taking a long time to get the ball for a set piece, or if that's, you know, taking a long time to start a goal kick, whatever it may be, they're going to end up wasting time. But there's sometimes when there isn't genuine attempts of time wasting, so you can't penalize everything, you know?
Yeah, well said, and we just had the time stop there again, so time moving a little bit slower in the moment, and that's obviously what the Pacers would want, is they want to hold on to every precious second they have. But they got to start fast because, I mean, honestly, we really haven't seen that many good attempts by William and Peace so far in the second half. As, you know, looking at Averett, obviously they've had plenty of shots on net and the 2 goals to boot.
Just going back to what you said about time wasting and time going a little slower, it's certainly nice for the team that's chasing a goal that times it goes a little slower, but also for the supporters. I mean, they're here to watch a game of soccer, and if time wasting is so prominent and takes away so much time of watching the ball in play, then you need to eliminate time wasting. So I think it's good for the supporters here at Daily Field that time wasting is being penalized.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy that they've come up with this rule because, like you said, I mean, the fans come to watch them play soccer. They don't come to watch, you know, guys try to waste as much time as they can and try to come out with the win. So, obviously, the more gameplay that we can get, the better. It looks like we're going to have a sub coming on for the Pacers down there. We'll let you know who that is there in a minute, but Averett with the throw in here, and Cougars will try to legally drain as much time as they possibly can here and hold on for the opening night victory. Pacers just kind of in disarray on offense, not really able to get something going.
That's a very common situation in this kind of game, you know, when there's less than 10 minutes left and you're 1 goal behind, you just throw everything at it, not necessarily with any kind of structure. You just hope.
Joey Hurley subs out. That one hits the post, it looks like, and so anxious moments there for Tyler Yates. He's able to get it out, and we're going to get a whistle, but Joey Hurley, the sophomore out of High Point, North Carolina, subs out for the Pacers. But we're going to have a throw in here from the corner. Trying to launch it towards the net. Yates comes out, tries to make a play, and he does. So smart play there by Tyler Yates, not to allow fate to get that ball. He takes it in his hands and throws it back out.
That was good goalkeeping by Tyler Yates. just secure, holding it, and waiting, especially in this kind of game, just waiting a little longer to start a counterattack. Averett have time on their side. They don't need to stress to find a counterattack, so it was good that he took those extra few seconds to launch the ball.
Yeah, obviously not as a soccer expert here speaking, but I wonder how aggressive are you if you're Tyler Yates to come out of the net with the lead? I mean, it is a little bit risky. We saw him get burned in the first half trying to come out and the ball jumped over his head, but you want to keep this lead, but you also want to be too aggressive.
Definitely. I think if anyone knows how to find the right balance, it's him.
That's a good point. Yates, obviously the graduate student, well-seasoned, well-experienced here. He's had a couple of amazing moments over his career as a Cougar, so this moment definitely not too bright for him. Averett playing a little bit of defense there, boots this one back over towards the 40-yard line, and retreating are the Pacers. That's Zach Myler there, getting it back to his goaltender. 6 minutes, 18 seconds left here at Daly Field, and the Cougars with a 2-1 lead. Trying to hold on and get to that 1-0 mark. Finish this home game off with a win. This one back over to Averett. Lilly there boots this one over. A little bit dangerous play here. Kicks this one back over and out. Both teams just kind of punt the ball back and forth here. Pacers now trying to regain possession after a few kicks back and forth. Trying to get some sort of consistency. This one might do it here. Over towards the net, pass over inside and blocked. And a great defensive play there from Averett. So really nice opportunity there for the Pacers, but again, Averett stays strong on that front line.
Yeah, the defensive line stood strong. It was good to get in front of the forward inside of the box who was trying to find some space, get in front of him and just get the ball away. I mean, it's the best you can do right now.
Ethan Gillette back there in the corner trying to put this one in over towards the net. These corner kicks, we haven't seen any real opportunity up to this point, but they can be dangerous, as you know, Carlos. Gillette trying to get this one close towards the net. Yates, let's see if Yates comes out again out of the net and tries to snatch it. He likes doing that. Gillette boots this one over towards the net. Averett is able to head that one out. A nice defensive play. Regaining possession, though. And another great header there, trying to get this one out, having a hard time. This one's going to be shot wide right as Tyler Yates there pumps his fist in excitement. The Cougars defense coming up big here, under 5 minutes to go.
That was some very great defensive effort from Averett, especially Jaime Vasquez, who did some sort of Superman stunt to get the ball somewhat away.
That was a great play. I almost saw the cape coming off of his back there as he jumped in front of that one. But trying to play Superman here for the Cougars, trying to get this win. This one still up for grabs. Fighting for it down there. Cougars trying to get it. Moving it around here in a funky play. Lehman trying to get a hold of it. Now the Pacers with a little bit of numbers here, trying to move it in towards the net. Fighting off the defenders, pass over towards the right. Here comes Lemus. Lemus with a shot, and it goes wide right. Trying to get his second goal of the day and tie this one up.
That certainly wasn't a bad chance or a bad shot from the Pacers.
Jorge Lemus there, the senior, almost had a big moment there as Yates was on it, but I think if he placed that top shelf, I don't know if he would have got it.
It was definitely an attempt on a very smart finish, not necessarily very powerful, but more placed and more dipping and more, even honestly, those kind of shots are maybe even more difficult for the goalie to read because it's happening in such a weird way, so slow you don't really understand. You don't really have time to comprehend.
Averett now trying to play a little bit of keep away here. Still trying to push an attack, though. And we're going to get a whistle here. I believe this one is going to go against Averett, and it's going to be a yellow card.
At that point, it's better to take the yellow card and concede a free kick far away from the goal rather than they getting a high-quality counterattack.
I was going to ask you that because it did seem like the Pacers had some numbers on the other end, and you almost, like you said, just happy to absorb that yellow card and live to see another play. So lining this one up here. Just a touch under 3 minutes to go. Cougars lead by 1. This one is going to be launched all the way over towards the net. It's going to be headed out by Averett. Pushing the issue now. Here come the Cougars as this one is going to go out of play.
This is a nice opportunity for the Cougars to keep the ball on the other half and just try to kill the game somehow. It's only a little more than 2 minutes left. Keeping the ball over there is vital at the moment.
Yeah, the more time that we spend here on the right side of your TV screen, the better for Averett. But it looks like they're going to lose possession here quickly. Under 2 minutes to go here at Daly Field. Averett up 2-1. The Pacers on life support trying to get a goal to tie this one up. Here comes Roberto Rayo now. Rayo passes it over to Lemus, but it's going to be picked off by Garcia. Trying to make something happen here. Sliding attempt in there, trying to get the ball out. It's going to be picked up by Rayo again. Roberto Rayo there trying to move it in. 1:25 left on the clock. Averett fighting down there, and now chance at the goal. Yates, nice defensive play there to keep it out. Nice play again by Averett, and now they finally get it out of their own zone, moving it all the way down towards the field. Nice defense there, Carlos, by the Averett front line.
Oh, definitely. That was vital. Just putting your body in front, just doing whatever to keep the ball away.
Under a minute to go here. Here comes Lehman. Lehman pass over and towards the middle, but it's going to be picked off. Another good play there. This one's going to go out, and it's going to be a throw-in. 44 seconds left. Time going. Garcia is going to take his time here and try to get it in. If Averett can just hold it here on the right side, the game will be over. Let's see if they can drain time. 27 and counting. Pacers desperately need the ball back onto their other side. This one is going to be kicked into row 6 down there and out of play. 15 seconds to go. Clock still going. And as long as Averett can just kind of take their time down here, this one should be over, and it will. The Averett Cougars come out on top. Averett wins this one.
Great way to start the season.
2-1 over William and Peace, and they start the year 1-0, Carlos. What a win that was.
That's a great win. Coming back from a 1-0 deficit, it's a great way to start the season. It's a great way to have a good mentality for the rest of the season. It's just, I couldn't have written any better, to be honest.
That was an incredible game there for the Cougars, and they get this one here and start out the season 1-0. Their next game will be at Duke University, their D1 matchup there. Duke receiving votes in the top 25, so it should be a pretty interesting game. Averett will not be home until September the 11th. That'll be a Wednesday against Greensboro College. But for this one on the Averett Sports Network, the Cougs come out victorious 2-1. For Thomas and Carlos, saying so long, friends. We will see you on the next one on the Averett Sports Network.
Good night.